This is the start of a new mini-series I'll be doing on my channel, and I've decided to call this series Beyond the 3D. Ooh, so Beyond the 3D, what could it be? Each episode, which is 4 episodes, will be focusing on ways that we can either see, feel, hear or sense beyond the 3D. I will be going over how I have managed to succeed in this, and I'd be really keen to hear your stories below on how you have managed to see beyond, feel beyond, sense beyond, hear beyond the 3D. So without further ado, let's go into the first episode. So welcome to this episode where today we will be talking about seeing beyond this 3D realm. And I can't say I've had the most experience, but I've definitely had some experience, and I've heard many stories about what other people have been able to see with their own physical eyes beyond the 3D. People have been able to see things as vivid as angels with wings, down to light beings, maybe light beings I hear a lot, which is sort of spinning energy, which is like a spinning energy light. People see orbs, people see literally aliens maybe, because they can see something maybe not everybody can see because they're tuned into that dimension, into that reality, and it's literally seeing with your own eyes. A lot of people recently have been having more experiences and sharing more experiences of them seeing beyond the 3D. Things like code on the walls. But this is all what I've heard, but it can literally get that crazy, that out there. And I thought I would share some of my own story times. The best thing for me to talk about, because that's my personal experience. Although it might not be the most impressive, it's still my personal experience and it still has some value. So when you start seeing things when in your awake reality, it can really start solidifying a lot of your beliefs. It can really sort of start taking your own ascension to that next level. So things that I have seen with my own physical eyes is a few times I have been able to see orbs. I've seen, I think twice I've seen a white orb passing me by. The most recent was about 2 weeks ago when my sister was here. I saw an orb just pass right behind her, a white orb. For a while before that, I kept seeing a grey orb in my house. I felt like there was definitely a different, and I will go into, on episode 4 of this series, I will talk more about sensing, because sensing beyond the 3D is when you know and you sense something and you have a knowing and a sense about it. But I will go into that more then, I won't go into that now. But I definitely felt like the white orb I saw was a higher dimensional light being, and the darker orb that I was seeing in my home felt like, I don't know how to describe it, but more like a ghost presence, you know, more dense, more human-y. I feel like if my abilities were stronger, I would have been able to literally see maybe a physical ghost or something. Whereas I think with the white orb, it was more of sort of like that angelic, really high dimensional energy. It didn't feel like it was really carrying a form. But yeah, really interesting how even you can tell the difference between what you're seeing, even if it isn't a flash. So this is where you have to trust, because to begin with, this would be very quick. This is from my experience, it's very quick, and it's only through time, a long time of starting to actually trust what I'm seeing, that I'm being opened up to seeing more. And I forgot to mention that if you do want to see stuff, you have to set that intention and be like, I want to see stuff. I've spent most of my life saying out loud and saying in my mind, I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see anything. Don't show me anything, through fear. So this is why it's took this long for me to start seeing stuff, because I've only very recently been like, okay, yes, I'm open to seeing things if you want to show me. But at the same time, I've still been hesitant even now. There's certain times of the day where I let myself fall a little bit into fear and stuff, which I shouldn't, and it doesn't help. And this is me seeing with my own eyes. It's not seen on a camera or anything like that. And you just have to really trust yourself and trust what you're seeing. The strangest thing that I have seen beyond the 3D realm is pixels. So I'll be looking at something. The first time this happened to me, I was driving home. I was on sort of a main dual carriageway, like a small motorway, but it's a fast road. You know, you're going quite fast, you're very focused, you're very aware, because you know you're driving fast, it's dangerous and stuff. Suddenly, what I was seeing in front of me, I'm looking straight ahead at the road, and suddenly it's turning into pixels and almost disappearing. So the road and sort of the sky, it all starts turning into pixels. It's almost like if your computer game started to freeze, like you were losing data or something, and it starts to, I don't know what the word is for that, but it starts to freeze up and it's all looking pixely and you can't quite see where you're going clearly. So there's an annoying fly in here. So I've left the window open, but yeah, that was really crazy. But you know, I'm a completely sober person, don't think I'm on some crazy drugs. I was literally seeing, I believe, through the 3D dimension, so it was like sort of glitching, basically, that's the word, like glitching. That's happened again to me when I was grounding, and I will know that when I was driving I was in a very meditative state, so my mind was not like stressing over worries like it often is. I was kind of doing a mindful practice, as in my mind was very clear and I was in a very meditative state, very much sort of present in my being, and then it started to happen and I did not fear. So if you think, oh, you're driving along a fast road, you must have been terrified, but I wasn't scared at all. It was like this deep knowing that I was absolutely fine, and it literally lasted like not long at all. I just kept driving straight and I was absolutely fine. Another time it happened, I was grounding, and again in a very meditative state, grounding out on the earth. I had my bare feet out on the ground at the horses, and I was really wanting to ground in, connect in with the earth. And as I was just staring out into the field, everything became pixels again. So it's just showing me how I'm living in this like 3D reality, and how beyond the veil there's, you know, this is basically just a veil of this reality that we all choose to tune into here right now on earth. It's great to be able to see through that. So that was a really cool experience. I would like to learn how to call that on myself, but as I said, I was in like a very relaxed meditative mindset in that sort of state, so I'm guessing it is sort of being out and being in that sort of really relaxed meditative state is definitely going to help bring on that sort of experience if you're looking for that. And I guess in a way, like subconsciously, I was calling for an experience like that because I was starting to understand how this works, this 3D realm works, and I was really understanding a lot and believing and resonating deep within my being with that, and it was almost just like a clarification for me. So it just gave me that extra like, yep, you're right, that's exactly what this is. So maybe if you're also asking for that and seeking that sort of clarification, you're going to get that too. When I was much younger, when I was like 15, I was at my friend's house and we both experienced like a very vivid, like at the time I guess I thought it was like a ghost poltergeist, which I still sort of think that's what it is. I definitely feel like there's different energies between light beings and like ghosts and things like that. It was like a heavy, dark energy. We saw like the cups. I think I spoke about this on my channel before, but we put our cups of tea on the table, and literally before our eyes they just got swiped off the table, smashed on the floor, and then straight after that the bookcase on the other side of the room came down. All the books came down, not the bookcase, but almost like someone ran their arm behind all the books and just pushed them all onto the floor. So it went cup, books, and the dog was acting really strange, and that was like us literally seeing with our own eyes that there was something we couldn't see that was doing things. I didn't enjoy that. Obviously I was absolutely terrified at the time, but now with the more recent things I've been seeing, I've been really enjoying being able to see. I definitely want to see more orbs, more light beings would be great. Yeah, I've been looking out for those, but like I've said, I've had a few orb experiences, but I would like to see like light beings come in and sort of stay there so I can really connect with them. So when that happens, I'll let you guys know. So I feel like that's everything that I have to really say about seeing beyond the 3D realm. Don't forget guys to tune in to the next episode, which will be feeling beyond the 3D realm, and I'll be talking about what have I felt physically in the 3D realm, but you know, from beyond. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next